I'm Nancy Drew. This is my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That'll tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way. Thanks to Prudence Rutherford, the wealthy socialite whose necklace I helped recover while solving that scarlet hand case a while back, I'm on my way to Venice, Italy. Apparently, someone there has been dressing up in a mask and cape and stealing valuable pieces of art. The news media call him the Phantom, not only because of the way he dresses, but because he leaves behind so few clues. Prudence, who loves Venice and belongs to an organization dedicated to preserving the city's art, is outraged the thief hasn't been caught yet. So she talked someone she knows at the GDIF, the Italian version of our FBI, into having me help the police in their investigation. She arranged for me to stay in Venice in the palazzo she used to own, which now belongs to a well-to-do widow named Margherita Faubourg. Beyond that, all I know for sure is that I'll be working undercover, and as soon as I arrive, the police will send me something that will lead me to my assignment. What it will be, I have no idea. But am I excited? Oh, see!
Mic problems, there we go.
Open the door! Oh, no! Well, Nancy, things are not looking good. What the heck happened? This case started out so well. I mean, what could be better than waking up in Venice, Italy?
This is a boat. Oh, that's not a time. "99 Luftballons." I look so happy to be here.
That's my roommate's stuff. Mine's on the other side of the room.
An interactive guide to Venice. Okay. You may want to read this later. Ah, here we go. This is what we need.
Rosso, bianco, nero, giallo, blu, verde, cane, gatto, topo, fiori, parete, porta, banco, traliccio, statua, albero, fontana.
We're gonna need all this stuff. There, I got my cheater pictures in play.
Let's see, what should I wear?
No, we're good.
Olive più buone, più fresche.
Ciao bello, molto obrigado.
Apparently we took a shower. Cool. Chocolate? Like all German.
Hello, you must be the American Margarita mentioned. I'm Colin Baxter.
I'm Nancy Drew.
If you're looking for Margarita, she's up on the Altana, the rooftop garden.
What are you doing, if you don't mind my asking?
Right now, I'm restoring this 14th century mosaic, which means, without getting overly technical, I'm cleaning the tesserae that remain in place, repairing those that have been damaged, and replacing those that are missing with new ones custom crafted to match.
You kinda lost me at tesserae.
Simply put, tesserae are the individual tiles which comprise a mosaic.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It's a phenomenal amount of work. However, just between you and me, I do this for free. I became fascinated with art in general and mosaics in particular when I was at Oxford. Oxford University. That's where I'm from, actually. Oxford, England. At least, that's where I was born. I live here now and intend to do so for a very long while. Although I say that with no small amount of guilt.
Why do you feel guilty?
People like me and Helena are the reason true Venetians are slowly going extinct. We foreigners come to Venice, fall in love with her, and wind up staying. High demand for food and housing results in high prices, which in many cases means the people who were born here have to leave because they can no longer afford to live here. If I could be granted one wish, it would be to have been born here. That way I would feel entitled to live here, and I would know how to speak Italian.
You don't speak Italian?
Much as it shames me to admit it, no. Languages don't come easily to me. And since I am able to do what I do without knowing Italian, you know, I have some slides of various tesserae. Not only are they enormously informative, but they're also quite beautiful. Would you like to see them?
Sure.
Marvelous. Here we go. Wonderful jade color. What a beauty. The hue is incredible, don't you think? Blue never looked so exquisite. What a luscious shade of lilac. Sometimes red is simply breathtaking. Gorgeous, like it was carved from a sunset. This is one of my favorites, for obvious reasons.
It's very obvious.
Such a delicate hue.
Okay.
Awesome.
The artistry involved in this one is incredible.
I think I've seen enough.
Very well. I thought I had at long last found a kindred spirit, someone who shared my passion for beauty, for art, but you apparently are like everyone else, interested only in what something is worth instead of what it offers the soul.
No, please. I'd stay, but I really do need to be somewhere. Believe me, I think what you're doing is fascinating, and you obviously really know your stuff. In fact, that figurine in front of you, I've been dying to ask you about it. It's exquisite.
What, this statuette? Yes, it is exquisite. It's an example of late Etruscan bronze work, no doubt cast some 2,200 years ago. I'm not sure how Margherita came to own it, but she's very fortunate. It's almost impossible to find bronzetti of this quality outside a museum. You see, after they conquered the Etruscans, the ancient Romans melted down thousands upon thousands of statues like this just so they could make coins.
Interesting. Shoot, I wish I had time to hear more.
No, you go on. We can talk more later. Oh, a parcel was just delivered for you. It's by the door.
Thank you.
But which door?
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. Here, I'll get those.
You must be my newly arrived roommate. I'm Helena Berg.
I'm Nancy Drew. Sorry for all the commotion when I came in last night. My plane got in 3 hours late.
No need to worry about waking me up. I can sleep through almost anything. Well, I'm sure you have things to do and places to go, so I won't keep you. Oh, by the way, there's a parcel for you in the entryway. Ciao.
Miss Nancy Drew, Presso Casa Nascosta. Please find enclosed your bank card for the Banca dell'Oro. find a convenient automatic teller machine in the Piazza San Marco. Please visit there immediately so that we may activate your account. Hey. Chalice of St. Gervase, stolen from convent. Has the Phantom struck again? Nuns at the convent of St. Gervase woke this morning to discover that the legendary jewel-encrusted chalice of the saint after which their convent was named was missing. Police report that sometime between midnight and 5 a.m., someone broke into the underground chamber in which the chalice was kept, unlocked its glass display case, and made off with the ancient relic, which is estimated to be worth at least 50,000 euros. According to head mother Sister Lucille, the thief managed to breach the state-of-the-art security system which guarded the chalice without harming any of the convent's residents or damaging any property. For that we are grateful, very grateful. The chalice is precious to us for reasons that have nothing to do with money. We beseech the thief who stole it from us so gracefully to return it the same way. Striking swiftly and silently and leaving no clues behind are the signatures of the burglar known as the Phantom. Police, however, say it's too early to attribute the theft of the chalice to the mysterious masked figure who has been glimpsed before and after the thefts of other valuable art objects. Doesn't matter if it's the same guy or not, said Venice Police Commissioner Antonio DiNardo. We're going to catch him. Allegedly removed from the grave of martyred St. Gervase almost 1800 years ago, the chalice is solid gold and encrusted with jewels. Most notable are the patterns of rubies and emeralds which form the letter G on one side and P on the other. According to legend, the chalice was originally made of tin and was shared by Gervase and his twin brother Protase. Upon its removal from Gervase's grave, the tin cup was miraculously transformed into the chalice. Ooh, the ATM. Where did it say the ATM was? Plaza San Marco? Can't go all the way there. I have to go through all these other places first. Oh no, there's the market. The market. Oh, maybe not.
Mia sorella ha avuto un figlio ieri, lo sapevi Giuseppe? No, no. Pesa 30 kg. 30 kg?
Non sapevo fosse un
È grosso. Un elefante. È un po' pesante, è vero. La mia lavatrice si è rotta, Vania. Posso usare la tua?
Ma non lo so, devi chiedere a mio marito.
Uffa, sempre sto marito.
That's like a real magazine cover. That's Hayden Panettiere, I think.
Vuoi andare al cinema, Vania?
No,
Bird feed. Oh, hey, ATM.
Non lo so, non voglio.
Non hai tempo? Devi studiare?
No, devo studiare.
Va bene, alla prossima.
Welcome, Nancy Drew. Important. All information below is confidential. Use discretion when discussing this case with anyone other than your contact, Sophia. After you read this, you will be provided with a pair of binoculars and a PDA. Using the binoculars, you will watch Antonio Fango, a suspect in the recent thefts attributed to the Phantom, see crime dossier. The window of his office is the Argonne building, Campo de Frari, and be clearly seen from the rooftop of Ca Nascosta. The surveillance team at the entrance to the Argonne building will page you via the PDA whenever Fango enters. An audio signal will alert you to his arrival. A light on the PDA will remain on as long as he's in the building. Any suspicious or unusual activity should be reported immediately using the PDA. Press the call button on the PDA keypad to reach a contact of Detective Sofia Leporace. Background on Antonio Demetrius Fango. Born in Genoa, June 1st, 1972, kicked out of Politecnico Tesla for cheating in December 1993, moved to Venice from Milan in March 2006. Custom designs and installs communication entertainment systems for homes and businesses through his company, Sognitrico. He is its sole employee. After the theft of the Doge's sword, Venice police received a tip that Fango may have been involved. Wiretaps and surveillance of his business and apartment have revealed nothing out of the ordinary. His contact with people is limited. About once a week, he buys an assortment of chocolates. He rarely eats out, often takes long, random, unaccompanied walks. He has no criminal record. Definitely sounds like a suspect. I want to read the crime dossier. Successful disabling of complex alarm systems and a lack of crime scene evidence make these thefts similar to those committed by the Leo Macchiano theft ring. However, no connection between the Phantom and any member of Macchiano ring has yet been discovered. 4th of January, Leipzig Gutenberg Bible reported missing from Palazzo Foglio. Theft may have occurred days earlier during New Year's Eve party when a man wearing black cape and a Brigella mask was seen on the premises, thought to be a partygoer. 18th of January, Doge's sword stolen from exhibit at Doge's Palace. Sometimes between midnight and 4 a.m. alarm system appeared to be set but did not go off. No sign of forced entry. Guards saw nothing. Unusual on security cameras. Caped figures seen on nearby street just after midnight. 22nd of January, original score of Verdi's Rigoletto stolen from La Fenice. Security cameras lost power at 2:16 a.m. When power was restored at 2:18, item was missing. At 2:23, caped figure wearing a Brigella mask moved past security camera on 3rd floor. No alarms were triggered, no sign of forced entry. 25th of January, chalice of St. Gervase stolen from the convent of St. Gervase sometime between midnight and 5 a.m. No property was damaged. Glass case that held the chalice and alarm system were both intact. Nothing out of the ordinary was seen or heard. Okay, let's go back. I guess we go back home. Take a different path. Oh, this is his actual building. We don't want to go there yet.
That's my pager. Antonio Fango is in his office. Time to go to work.
Nancy, you are up. Come talk to me.
Buongiorno. And again, welcome to Carnas Costa. I see you finally decided to get up.
Actually, I've been up for a while.
Good for you. I got up, showered, and came straight up here. If it's daytime and it's sunny, no matter the time of year, this is where you will find me. They say the sun gives you wrinkles and worse, and that may be true, but it also makes you tan. To me, to be tan is good. Your accommodations, they are to your liking?
Oh, yes, the room is wonderful.
You do not mind having a roommate?
Not at all.
Ah, you are just being polite. The last thing a young lady wants when she is on holiday is a roommate. I warned Prudence that you would have to share a room, but she said you had to come to Venezia this week and you had to stay here. And as we both know, what Prudence wants, Prudence gets. Have you gone outside the car yet?
Yes, in fact, I have.
Just do not forget to take your key and lock the front door whenever you leave. This is not the Palazzo Grassi, but I do have several valuable pieces of art. And with Il Fantasma, this phantom thief, running around and stealing everything, I prefer not to take any chances.
I met the guy who's restoring the big mosaic in the main room. He's pretty intense.
Colin Baxter? I do not know how any man can find happiness looking at pieces of painted rock all day. Talking to him, it's like taking a sleeping pill. Que barba. But they say he is good, and so he works for me.
Who are they?
Everyone I know. All my friends on casas like this one. And since something is always in need of repair, we are constantly on the lookout for good workmen. And when we find them, we trade them back and forth like you Americans trade recipes for cookies. Olivia von Hellstein raved about the work he did for her. And what is good enough for the Countess of Schlosselbeck is more than good enough for me.
How long have you lived here?
Almost 2 years. 2 wonderful but very expensive years. The city expects homeowners like me to maintain these old buildings. But who pays for everything? We do. The Restoration Council gives us nothing, not one single euro. It is criminal.
You mean you can't afford it?
You miss the point. Just because I can afford to pay does not mean I should. It is the principle. It is the principle of the thing. Besides, being rich is something I like. If I am all the time spending money, I will soon be unrich.
Guess I'll be going.
Padronissimo. And Nancy, that blouse you are wearing, you should change it.
Oh.
Nancy, what are you doing?
Studying the architecture. That's what I want to be, an architect, so I'm kind of boning up.
You Americans always busy doing something. Que noia.
I'm just supposed to just keep watching? Weird, man. What's he doing? Like slamming back a flask?
This looks interesting.
Yeah, he saw a bird. Oh, we got secret messages from the birds. And he walks funny.
I'd better go somewhere private and report this.
Ciao, this is Nancy Drew.
Yes, is this Detective Leporace?
Si, but please, to you I am just Sophia.
I'll remember that, Sophia.
You have something to report?
I think so. While I was watching Fongo, a pigeon flew to the window outside. Fongo got up from his desk, went over to the window, and took something off the pigeon's leg. Something very small.
He removed something from the pigeon's leg. You are positive?
Yes, he removed something, kind of studied it, then left the office.
Maybe he is using a trained pigeon to communicate with someone. Yes, this could be true, because we know that by phone he talks to almost no one. Here is what we will do. I will deliver to you a tracking device. You will sneak into Fango's office when he is not there and feed it to the pigeon. After that, you can use your PDA to see in what direction it has flown.
You want me to feed a tracking device to a pigeon?
It will be very, very tiny. But I do not want to leave it at the ATM. If you go there too much, people will get suspicious. So we will leave it for you in the costume store in Campo Santa Maria Formosa. It will be hidden among the things there. You will have to find it.
How will I know what it looks like?
Very soon, I will send a picture of it to your PDA. But you must locate the device quickly. If you do not find it in time, it will destroy itself. If that happens, we will hide another device. Your PDA will show you where we have hidden it.
You want me to feed a tracking device that self-destructs to a pigeon?
The self-destruct mechanism will automatically deactivate when you pick it up. And do not worry. The device will not hurt the pigeon after it is swallowed.
And I'll be able to track it using my PDA. Sounds like this thing is going to come in very handy.
It is from the GDIF. Military equipment is good.
Well, guess I'm on my way to Campo Santa Maria Formosa.
After you have fed the tracking device to the pigeon, you must do two things. You must find out where the pigeon goes when it leaves Fangos, and you must discover what it is carrying. Call me when you know these things. You are good to help us, Nancy. We are very short-handed. Carnevale keeps the police very busy.
I'll do my best. Ciao.
Carnevale. Was this one, right? Campo San Paulo? No, Campo Santa Maria Formosa. Alright, let's help the local economy and take Raimondo.
Adò sto corognato chiude spette, far me non può. Adò la fuoco coce ma si fui, te la siesta, e non te cora presse non
Dude, we're going in
destrui,
circles.
sulla guardar. Yammon, coppa yammo ya, coppa yammo ya, fonecole, coppa yammo ya, fonecula.
I've seen this place.
Yammon, coppa yammo ya,
Oh my God, this building again.
Yammon, coppa yammo na, fonecula, coppa yammo na, fonecula.
You ain't worth the 10 euros, pal. It's weird. This green arrow is like a non-Nancy thing. How am I supposed to find it? Never mind, I found it. We can buy like outfits. No thank you, though that's a pretty dope mask.
Looks like I'm going to have to pick this lock somehow.
Need stuff to pick a lock. Oh, bobby pin from my dresser. Good call.
Hello?
Hello, is this Nancy?
Miss Rutherford, yes, it's Nancy. How are you?
But to be honest, I'm rather peeved. Were you or were you not to call me just as soon as you were settled in there at the car?
I'm sorry, I should have called, but I've been very busy.
And I've been very worried. I was afraid Margarita had allowed my beloved Carnes Costa to fall into such a state of disrepair that it was
We've
no
definitely
longer
reached
habitable.
peak voice acting.
Oh, no, the car is fine.
Oh, that's a relief. So, how goes the case? Captain Brassica said he was going to send you a parcel. Has it arrived?
Yes, it sure has.
Good. The sooner you get to work, the better. I talked you up quite a bit, you know. Both the GDIF and the local gendarmerie are expecting great things from you. As am I. No one wants this phantom scoundrel captured more than I do.
I'm flattered, Miss Rutherford, and I'll do my best. But it's not like I'm a superhero or anything. Like I told you, I just like solving mysteries.
Just see that you solve this one in a timely fashion, dear. We leave on a cruise in 2 weeks, and I shan't be able to enjoy a second of it until I know all those stolen works of art have been recovered.
I get the feeling Margarita's not real happy about my staying here at the car.
That is just tough tiddlywinks. Putting you up is the least she can do for me after all I've done for her.
Just what have you done for her?
I made the mistake of helping her pay for some of the repairs that reared their ugly little heads after I sold her the car. I did so not because of any legal obligation, but because of my abiding affection for the place and all things Venetian. She is such a cheapskate. I feared she would ignore what had to be done until the car crumbled into ruins.
How did she get to be such a cheapskate?
When her husband died, he left Margarita everything, which amounted to a small fortune. What he didn't leave her, however, was even the slightest clue as to what to do with it. And now, after years of bad investments and wasteful spending, she's starting to feel the pinch. But I'm afraid it's my erstwhile residence there in Venezia that must pay the price for her fiscal ineptitude.
I apologize for making her talk so much.
I'll let you get back to whatever it is you're doing.
As it happens, I'm writing my memoirs. They shall be called The Principles of Prudence. Unfortunately, this has necessitated my hiring an assistant. You really must stop thinking bad thoughts about Ginger. Yes, you are. Just look how she's shaking. The other day, poor Ginger mistook the shapeless lump of leather my assistant called her purse for a doggy toy and ripped it to shreds. She's still a bit perturbed. Although, believe you me, Ginger did her a massive favor. Anyway, if you ever cannot reach me, it means we are hard at work. Bonne chance!
Good lord. Margarita said we should change our blouse. Feels good. No? They're supposed to be down or up? Oh, I see what you mean. The two we do last, it doesn't touch anything. Hey. I haven't been watching the lockpicking lore. I don't intend to break into places. Like you. Quit incriminating yourself on my stream.
He won't eat it.
I gotta go get bird seed from the frickin' plaza.
Pesce fresco, presto, venite, pesce fresco. Mia sorella ha avuto un figlio ieri, lo sapevi Giuseppe?
No, no.
Pesa 30 kg.
30 kg, wow.
Non sapevo fosse
È grosso.
Un elefante.
È un po' pesante, è vero.
You gonna make me pick it again? Come on, man. Calm down, bud.
Claudio, hai letto quell'articolo sul giornale riguardo questo fantasma nell'opera?
Oh my gosh, Bongo's coming back.
Ehi, che diavolo fai qui?
I'm supposed to hide? Shit.
Oh my gosh, Bongo's coming back.
Don't fart. Don't fart.
Vieni qui piccioncino, vieni. Vola.
Gilla, Scaramuccia, Predatore. Binary. Looking to get away, are ya?
Time to use my Italian dictionary.
Pretty sure you could have figured out what these were all for without the Italian dictionary. London School of Applied Technologies. Digital data storage and transfer. Informatica.
I need my Italian dictionary.
University of Bologna. Masters of Computer Science. Imagine we're gonna have to write that down. So let's do it now. You gotta do it one more time since the third line is really fast. Got it. Alright, let's peace. We did that, and now we're supposed to basically see where the pigeon went. Went southwest from here. We've already done Raimondo. Let's try Romano.
La donna immobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero, sempre un'amabile, leggiador viso, in pianto in riso e menzognero. La donna immobil, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensier, e di pensier, e di pensier.
Now northeast from here, so probably Campo Santa Margherita. Right here, yeah, baby. Ah, yes.
Gotcha!
Nailed him.
Hello? What kind of message is that? I'd better call Sophia.
Oddio, devo andare alla stazione. Stai dalla stazione.
Nancy, you have tracked the pigeon.
After it left Fongos, it flew to Campo Santa Margherita. It landed right next to this place called Casa dei Giochi.
Casa dei Giochi. You are sure?
Yeah? Is something wrong?
Casa dei Giochi is a private club owned by Enrico Tazza. The police suspect that he fences stolen goods for big criminals like Leo Macchiano. If Fongo is working for the Phantom, perhaps Tazza is working for him too. Look around the Casa dei Giochi, Nancy. Talk to Tazza if you can. Get on his good side. See how much you can find out without making him suspicious. Was the pigeon carrying a message?
Yes, but all it says is hello in English, followed by an exclamation point.
There is a dot at the bottom of this exclamation point.
Yeah?
You must find a microscope and examine this dot, Nancy. If Fungo was sending a message to Tatsa, maybe it's hidden there.
You got a
A
microscope with a
microdot,
buddy.
of course. I'll do that. I'll find a microscope and take a look at it.
If I do not hear from you, you will hear from me.
Can't remember his name though.
I can't read this.
Yes, you can. It says Casa de Giochi. House of Games? I'm in. The 4-letter combination for your propane storage? Propane, gross?
Beccato da un piccione. Dov'è un ospedale?
No, non c'è un ospedale qui vicino. Devi andare in un altro posto.
Justin Beaumont, aka Colin Baxter, born in Oxford, England, 8th of September 1981, graduated from University of Oxford with a Bachelor of Fine Arts May 2001, while painting a fresco at the country home of Jonas Lundquist in October 2004. Beaumont stole a painting by Renoir worth £7,500 from Lundquist's private collection. Painting was recovered. Beaumont pleaded guilty, served 1 year at Ashwell Prison, moved to Venice, Italy in April 2006, worked as a private contractor, creating and restoring frescoes and mosaics. Seen on at least one occasion playing cards with Pietro Mazzola, a black market art dealer with ties to former Macchione theft ring. To date, no other known infractions. You are sus, bud.
Signora, ma come mai a Venezia ci sono tutti questi
Man,
uccelli?
he's got everything in his
Non
garbage
lo
here.
so, ci sono tanti turisti che danno sempre il cibo.
Ma perché ai veneziani piacciono gli uccelli?
Casa de Yoki, Enrico Taza, blah blah blah. Senor Taza, we've received your request for a temporary employee and recommend our star pupil Samantha Quick. I understand you are currently involved in a project and will thereby send her your way sometime after Carnival. So that you may recognize her, Samantha will be wearing a red dress, white gloves, black sunglasses, and has blonde hair. Okay, we gotta dress up. Red dress, white gloves, black sunglasses, blonde hair.
Hey, avete visto in televisione quello che è successo a proposito?
Looks like that's it.
Un poliziotto l'ha visto.
Dumpster diving
e
for
mentre lo
winners.
stava così per catturare, il fantasma si è dileguato e...
Okay, we've taken Raimondo. We haven't taken Bruno or Timoteo yet. But we need money to buy costume. So let's only pay Bruno. Let's not splurge yet.
Liviamo, liviamo negli eti calici che la bellezza infiora e la fulgevol ora s'inebria voluta. Liviane dolci fremiti che suscita l'amore, poiché quell'occhio al cuore onnipotente va. Libiamo, amore, amor, fra i calici più caldi baciavra.
For the record, I'm only paying these guys because they assume it gets us a trophy at the end. Alright, red dress. White gloves. Blonde hair. Where can we get black sunglasses? Maybe we gotta get them from like the other square at the newsstand or something. Or there's the market.
Mi è sorella ha avuto un figlio ieri, lo sapevi, Giuseppe?
No, no.
Pesa 30 kg.
30 kg?
No.
Wow.
Non sapevo fosse
Ecco.
incinta.
Yeah, not here.
Un elefante.
È un po' pesante, sì, è vero.
We've done Bruno, we've done Raimondo. We haven't done Benito for just €1.
Yammon copa yammoya, yammon copa yammoya, finiculi, finicula, finiculi, finicula, yammoya, finiculi, finicula, yammoya, finiculi, finicula.
Nice quick one.
Ciao! Antonio, come stai?
Lato.
Bene, bene. Tu come stai?
Molto bene, ma ti ho visto anche ieri.
Sì, 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 ci vediamo sempre perché facciamo la stessa strada.
There's no black sunglasses here.
Scusi, posso farle una domanda?
There's a bug sprayer, which I assume we're gonna need to buy
Che
later.
le gondole sono nere.
Per mettere in rilievo la pelle delicata e bianca delle veneziane.
Ah, io pensavo che fosse tutti a lutto qui a Venezia.
Assolutamente.
We buy flowers. Interesting. Probably how I have to make money. So where can I get black sunglasses? We've been here, we've been here. You know what's at Campo del Frari? Oh, that's his building. Right. Maybe the... Okay, we haven't done Timoteo. This is our last one.
Sul mare luccica l'astro d'argento, placida è l'onda, prosper il vento. Venite all'agile, barchetta mia, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. Venite all'agile, barchetta mia, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia.
Antonio?
Sì, ciao.
Vuoi venire a cena domani per caso?
Another package?
Devo chiamare la mamma perché senza il suo permesso non posso andare da nessuna
Ah, ho
parte.
capito.
È un vero mammone.
Sì.
Ah, sì, lo sapevo, sì.
Felice anche.
The doctor? Okay.
And I want you both to know that I am very sorry if that American girl is bothering you. It was not my idea for her to stay here, believe you me.
Yikes, they're talking about me. I shouldn't listen.
She doesn't bother me.
Nor me. In fact, I rather like her.
But I'm going to anyway.
This is because she spends most of her time on the roof bothering me. She's always up there looking at buildings through binoculars. She says she wants to be an architect.
Well, if she wants to learn about architecture, she's certainly come to the right city.
Which reminds me, the Restoration Council has finally responded to our plans for renovating the shower area. Would you rather get upset now or later?
Please, later, I just ate. Anyway, I apologize for the trouble she makes. If she bothers you, you tell me and I will tell her.
Oh, she's fine.
She's quite fine, actually.
If you change your mind,
Oh,
you know where
Colin.
to find me.
I'm quite fine.
So, I noticed someone got a box of chocolates. You perhaps? From a secret admirer?
They're not for me. They're for someone named Il Dottore.
I thought that was someone's special name for you. How disappointing. Especially since I was going to ask you if I could have a piece. I'm starving. So, how do you like Venice?
Oh, it's incredible.
I think Venice is the most fascinating city in the world. Its history, its art, its layout, everything about it is so rich and so beautiful, and there's so much about human ingenuity. I absolutely love it.
Have you ever thought about living here?
I have indeed. In fact, every time I come here, I make an effort to meet new people. Having friends is very important to me, you see? But I don't want to move here until I can afford my own palazzo. So, until that day, I shall have to content myself with staying here wherever I can and as often as I can.
How long have you been coming here?
I've been coming here ever since I was about your age. I always try to stay somewhere different. I'm a journalist. Right now, I live in Hamburg because that's where the offices of Your Welt magazine are. I do most of my writing for them. But I know far more about Venice than I do about Hamburg. In fact, I know more about Venice than most Venetians do. I know where the best souvenir stands are, the nicest glass shops. Yeah, I'll make you a list of the cheapest cafes.
No, that's okay. You don't need to do that.
You don't want to know where the cheapest cafes are? Are you sure you're American?
I'm just not into touristy things, that's all.
I see.
Oh, but you could tell me what your very favorite spot in Venice is. I'd love to know that.
Oh, well, let me think. That would have to be Campo San Paolo. There's something, I don't know, something very avant-garde about it that's quite charming.
So, what do you think about all this phantom thief stuff?
I probably shouldn't say this, but I think it's great. A caped figure darting down walkways beside moonlit canals, melting mist-like into the shadows, escaping not with stolen money, but stolen art. It's all just so wonderfully Venetian.
Have you written about it?
I'm working on a piece for Your Welt, yes. I tried to tell them I was here on holiday, but when they agreed to pay half my expenses in addition to my normal fee, how could I refuse? Besides, as far as crime sprees go, this one is rather refreshing. Il Fantasma hasn't physically hurt anyone, and has some very interesting ideas when it comes to what's worth stealing. In fact, it's altogether possible this phantom could turn out to be a woman. Whew! That would be a story I'd write for free.
So, have you dug up anything juicy for your story on this phantom thief person?
This case is so huge, the police are swamped. Apparently, they've got people coming in from all over the world to help track down leads. My contacts at the police station are too busy to give me the time of day, let alone a juicy tip. However, one of my non-police sources just told me something very interesting. He said the word on the street is that the next thing the thief steals is going to be a person.
He's going to kidnap someone?
A very wealthy someone. At least, that's the rumor.
Do you talk to Colin Baxter very much?
I try to talk to him, but he's so focused on his work. Having a decent conversation with him is virtually impossible. Once, out of politeness, I feigned an interest in what he was doing, and the next thing I knew,
he was showing you his test race slides.
Yes! They went on and on and on! It was nightmarish. I felt like a seabird that had landed in an oil slick and couldn't fly away. The only way I could escape was to confess that I found the slides less than fascinating, which hurt his feelings terribly, I'm afraid, but it couldn't be helped.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me.
The man is obsessed, which is a shame, really. After all, he's not bad-looking, and there's a touch of intrigue about him.
What do you mean?
Once, while he was working, his cell phone rang. He immediately left the room to take the call, but as he was leaving, he picked up by saying, "This is Justin." Not Colin, Justin.
Have I got news for you, lady?
Are you sure?
Positive. Don't forget, getting the facts right is how I make my living.
Do you have a Carnivale costume yet?
No, but I have been invited to several parties, so I'm definitely going to get one. I've got this strange urge to dress up as a cat.
I'll leave you to your writing.
It's been a pleasure. Pretty locket.
Thank you. My boyfriend gave it to me.
Boyfriend? You do have it all, don't you, Nancy Drew?
What was that supposed to mean? It's just Ned. Have you fucking heard of that guy?
Hello, Nancy.
Do you live here at the Ca?
No, I have a room in a building on the other side of the Grand Canal. A very small room. But I spend so much time here and so little time there, I suppose technically I do live here.
Do you know who that box of chocolates in the entryway is for?
No, I didn't really look at it because I assumed it was for you. It's not?
No, it's for someone named Il Dottore.
Oh, I was afraid, I assumed they were from that locket fellow of yours. Il Dottore. Wonder who that could be.
What are you going to be for Carnivale this year?
Working, that's what I'm going to be. I haven't been invited to any festivities, which is just as well because I detest costumes. So to Carnivale, I say, bah humbug.
Would it be okay if I used your microscope?
I have a very strict policy when it comes to my equipment. No one touches it but me. And now, you. I trust you, Nancy. Please, be my guest.
Oh, thank you.
Il Dottore requests you change the safe room lock combination to 43556. What safe room? Peace, man. Alright, let's ask Colin about his past.
Hello, Nancy.
Does Margarita know that you went to prison in England for art theft?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you, Colin?
My real name is Justin Beaumont. 2 years ago, I removed a Renoir from the private collection of a man to whom it was nothing more than a financial investment. I took it home so it would be appreciated as the masterpiece it was. Its former owner took issue with my actions. I was arrested, and I was sent to prison for a year. As for Margarita, she's the only one who knows. She says if I don't continue to work for her for next to nothing, she'll tell all her friends I have a criminal record, which would essentially end my career here in Venice, just like it ended my career back in England. If that were to happen, I'd be utterly lost.
In other words, she's blackmailing you?
What's worse, not only does she keep trying to get me to use substandard materials so she can save money on the renovations I'm doing for her, but she wants me to cover it up by lying to the Restoration Council about it. And for someone in my precarious position, let's just say resisting has been very, very difficult. Enough. I insist we change the subject.
Sorry, bro.
I've kept you long enough.
What's his name?
What's whose name?
The bloke who gave you that locket you're wearing.
Oh, Ned.
Goodbye, Nancy.
What a weird finish to the conversation. Oh, Ned. Goodbye, Nancy. £7 black sunglasses. I got yellow sunglasses. Son of a bee, where do I find black sunglasses? I guess we go upstairs and talk to Margarita. Maybe don't try and read that while
Hello again. Do you always wear that locket?
Do you like it?
It is just that, well, when one lives in Venezia, one becomes so used to true beauty that anything less tends to stand out like dirt on a white rug.
Wow.
Will you be dressing up in a costume for Carnevale?
Altro che! I have fallen in love with Commedia dell'arte, so this year I will dress up as my favorite character, the big-nosed, nasty Pulcinella. He and I are so opposite, no one will ever guess it is me.
My roommate, Helena Berg, does she stay here a lot?
This is the first time. I met her at a party which Rosetta Del Bene gave. When Helena found out where I lived, she practically begged me to let her stay here. And with Rosetta standing right there, well, I could not say no.
Why was she so insistent about staying here?
She said it was because the Nascosta is so centrally located. Which it is, altro che. But I think it was because I am so centrally located. She is what you call a social climber. Always asking me about parties, when they are, where they are, who is invited, what should she wear, whose name should she say to get in. Che schifo! The upper class of Venezia is closed to outsiders. Elena is full of voglio, this is true, but she will never be one of them. Us.
Who is Il Dottore?
Dottore means doctor. What doctor are you talking about?
There's a box of chocolates downstairs for Il Dottore.
Someone must have left them here by mistake.
Has anything else for Il Dottore ever been delivered here?
I am up here all day. Something gets delivered, something does not get delivered. I do not know. I do not care.
I'm running kind of low on euros.
You are not asking me for a handout, I hope. Or a loan.
Could I maybe do some work for you and earn the money?
No.
Oh.
But do not stop with me. There are many ways for people with energy and voglio to make money in this city. Go to Rialto Market and see what people are buying. Use your eyes. Use your brain. You will think of a way.
I'll stop pestering you now.
Ciao.
Now to ask her about
Hello,
Colin.
Nancy.
I hear you've been using the fact that Colin has a criminal record to try to get him to do things that may not be totally legal.
Who tells you this? Colin, he says that? Because I do no such thing. It is him. He is the one who wants to break the law. Margarita, he says, pay me 1,000 euros, and I will find a way to save you 10,000 euros on your renovation. No, I tell him, lasciamo stare. But he keeps bringing it up.
He told me just the opposite.
He is telling you that cheating on the renovations was my idea? Oh, once a liar and a thief, always a liar and a thief. This is what I get for being nice. If and when people find out I hired such a man, I will be the laughingstock of Venezia. So please, Nancy, please, keep what you know to yourself.
Guess I'll be going.
Padronissimo.
Interesting.
I did not write that for you to read.
Fine. You need to buy that sprayer thing to be able to get these flowers. Not an expansion, Dave. It's a standalone game.
Hello?
Nancy, I do not hear from you. Have you examined the microdot the pigeon was carrying?
Yes, I have. Sorry, I should have called. Anyway, the message, which was written in English, said Il Dottore requests you to change the safe room lock combination to 43556.
Il Dottore?
Yes, which is really interesting because in his office, Fongo has a poster of Commedia dell'arte masks. He's crossed out all but 5 of the masks, and among the ones that aren't crossed out are the Brighella mask.
The mask the Phantom wears.
Right. And the mask for Il Dottore wasn't crossed out either. And it was in the middle, like it was more important than the others. And when I went back to the place where I'm staying, a box of chocolates had just been delivered for someone named Il Dottore, which means it's very possible that Il Dottore is one of the people at the Ca' Nascosta.
Perhaps Fango and the Phantom and whoever else they are working with are going by the names of Commedia dell'arte characters. This would make it easier to secretly communicate with each other. And if that's true, perhaps those chocolates are a message of some kind. And if Il Dottore was at the center of that poster you saw, perhaps the person the message was meant for is the ringleader.
Just what I was thinking.
Here is what we will do. I will have a technician hide tracking devices in objects these people are likely to carry around with them. Then, when we know which of them is Il Dottore, we will activate the appropriate device and be able to follow him.
Awesome. Let's see. Helena's always writing, so for her I could plant a bug in her pen maybe. And Margarita is always sunning herself, so you could hide a bug for her in a sunglasses case. But for Colin, you could bug a mosaic tile. You know, a tessera.
He's likely to carry a mosaic tile on his person?
If it's from me, he will. Long story.
This is good information, Nancy. I will have our technician prepare the 2 bugged objects and the device which she will hide in the pen, then leave them for you in the Banca dell'Oro ATM. You should give them to each person as soon as you get them.
Will do. Keep your fingers crossed.
My fingers are always crossed.
What the hell does that mean? So this is a new place that we were told to go, so we've unlocked this. This is one we can click into, I mean. Looks like there's a bump and club. Dancers wanted.
Signora, ma come mai a Venezia ci sono tutti questi uccelli?
No, non lo so, ci sono tanti turisti.
I can't read this.
Danno sempre il cibo.
Ma perché ai veneziani piacciono gli uccelli?
Boh, non so, ma
Can I buy the seeds and then just grow flowers to sell? Start my own little economy? We've done Timoteo now, right? I think we've done it, buddy. Not where I wanted to go. Your black sunglasses now, though? No. These like horns?
Signora, ma come mai a Venezia ci sono tutti questi uccelli?
No, non lo so, ci sono tanti turisti che danno sempre il cibo.
Ma perché ai veneziani piacciono gli uccelli?
Boh, non so, ma piacciono ai turisti.
Ho capito, grazie. Vuoi andare al cinema, Vania?
No, assolutamente no.
È un bel film.
Ma non lo so, non voglio.
Non hai tempo? Devi studiare?
No, devo studiare.
Va bene, alla prossima, ciao. Scusi, posso farle una domanda? E che cazzo? Ma come mai tutte le gondole sono nere?
Oh, there we go. There are sunglasses here. I didn't even notice them.
Ma io pensavo che fosse tutti a lutto qui. Assolutamente.
Where'd my pager be? Oh, because that guy's at office now. We gotta give people their stuff. Let's go back.
Hello, Nancy.
I came across this tessera and thought you might like it.
It's quite beautiful. All the more because it came from you. Thank you, Nancy. I shall treasure it.
I'll let you get back to work.
That is a wig you're wearing, right?
Oh, yes, it is.
Good, because there's nothing wrong with your real hair. Nothing at all.
Good chat. Get bugged, nerd.
Hello, Nancy.
I saw this case and thought you might like it to keep your sunglasses in.
You are giving me a gift? You do not have to do this, Nancy, but I like gifts. And this one, it is very nice. Grazie.
I'll talk to you later.
Bella roba.
Talk to you later. Talk to you later.
Would it be all right if I picked some flowers?
Go ahead. Prudence got them from a plantation in Hawaii, the Hili Research Center. They grow like weeds.
Reusing old games? Come on, guys. Okay, we bugged those people. We got flowers to sell, but we don't need to sell them yet. Let's go to that guy now that we have... Oh, we gotta put on the sunglasses. Hold on. Yeah, I look just like Sarah, whatever her name is. It is a good logo, I know.
Antonio?
Sì, ciao.
Vuoi venire a cena domani, per caso?
Fammi vedere un attimo, devo chiamare la mamma perché senza il suo permesso non posso entrare da nessuna parte.
What is your name?
Samantha Quick.
Felice anche.
You are early, but please come in. Enrico is at the scopa table.
Scopa table?
Ah, sono Enrico Tazza. Benvenuta a Venezia.
I'm sorry, but if it's all right with you, I'd prefer to speak English.
Of course, whatever you wish. What a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting you until after Carnevale.
Is that a problem?
Oh, of course not. The sooner you get to work, the sooner we will be compensated. So, you're not only young and attractive, but enthusiastic as well. Tell me more about yourself, Samantha.
I'd rather just get down to business. Because frankly, telling my life story to someone wearing a mask is just a little too freaky for me.
I understand. Besides, having never met you before, I would have no way of knowing if what you tell me is a lie or the truth. I always wear the same costume for Carnevale. Why? Because I'm a very superstitious man. I believe that always doing things a certain way brings good fortune. For instance, I never discuss business with anyone unless and until that person beats me at the game of Scopa. Are you familiar with the game?
Yes, but it's been a while since I played.
Just to be safe, I will review the rules of the game as we play it here at the Casa dei Giochi. There are 4 suits in a Scopa deck: coins, cups, swords, and clubs. Each suit has 10 cards. 7, the most valuable card. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and ace. There are also 3 face cards: valet, knight, king. When you are taking tricks during the game, each card is worth what it says, with a valet worth 8, a knight 9, and a king 10. However, for scoring at the end of the game, 7s are the most valuable, followed by 6s, aces, 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, then all face cards. For scoring, these are called primes. To play the game, 3 cards are dealt to each player, then 4 cards are placed face up in the play area. If 3 kings appear, the cards are redealt. The player who did not deal the cards goes first. When it is your turn, you must play 1 card and 1 card only from your hand. Now, you have a 2, and there is a 2 in the play area. So you will play your 2 and take a trick. I discard a valet worth 8. You cannot make a match, so you discard your 3. I discard a 2. Now, because you have a knight in your hand, which is worth 9, and there is a 6 and a 3 in the play area, 6 plus 3 equals 9, which means you have a match and you take a trick. I discard my ace, and because we are both out of cards, I deal us both 3 more cards. Ah, you have a 7 in your hand. You also have an ace, which is worth 1, a 4, and a 2 in the play area, which add up to 7. But there is also a 7 in the play area. So, which do you match with your 7? The 3 cards that add up to 7, or the 7? The rules say when presented with such a choice, you must take the trick by collecting the single card. And so, you match your 7 card with the 7 card in the play area and take a trick. I make a match with the valet and take a trick. You have yet another 7 in your hand. Now you match it with the ace, the 4, and the 2 and take a trick. And since you have taken the last card in the play area, you say Scopa and get a point. We continue to play by discarding and taking tricks until all 40 cards have been played. At that point, we count the points we have won by taking tricks and getting Scopas. The first person to get 11 or more points wins. If no one has 11 or more points, the deck is shuffled, the other person deals, and we play another round. Are you ready to play?
You bet.
Oh, I could have had the 7. I'm stupid. But no, I couldn't have had the 7 because you have to take the single card first. Right. The tricks count as points later for endgame scoring, I think. Do I want to take the 8 and the 1, or do I just want to take the 1s because then I don't discard the 1? 1s are worth more.
Scopa!
Shit! Oh, I gave him that too.
Scopa!
Shit! Oh, and I just have to start by discarding?
Scopa!
Get wrecked, noob. Shit. Shit.
Scopa.
Scopa!
Shit.
We've played all our cards. I took the last trick, so I get all the cards left on the table.
You didn't say that before. You cheat.
You get 1 point for having the most coin cards. You get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. I get 1 point for having the most tricks. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. I have the most valuable tricks, so I get 1 point. And lastly, we score the Scopas.
Son of a bitch. Shit.
You took the last trick, so you get
Yeah,
all the
dude.
cards left on the table. You get 1 point for having the most tricks. You get 1 point for having the 7 of coins.
No points for you.
Now, let's
get
add
wrecked,
up
nerd.
what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. You have the most valuable tricks, so you get 1 point.
Oh, you're getting wrecked now, bud. An anonymous cheerer. Thanks, anonymous cheerer. Don't want to... I guess I put out the 1 here so I can maybe capture something with it with the 4. Or capture the 4. Damn it. Damn it.
Scopa. Scopa.
Give the man 2 points. That's horrible. That's 3 points.
Scopa. I took the last trick, so I get all the cards remaining on the table. You get 1 point for having the most coin cards.
Yes, I do.
I get 1 point for having the most tricks. I get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. We both have the same number of valuable tricks, so no one gets a point.
You win.
And lastly, we score the scopas.
Oh, you're at 10. Jesus. Oh, I could have done that. I'm stupid. Oh, quit letting them get 7s, man. Opa!
Scopa!
Opa!
Scopa!
Opa!
Ah, what a great way to end the last round. Unfortunately, in this case, no point is given for a scopa. You get 1 point for having the most tricks. You get 1 point for having the most coin cards. I get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. I have the most valuable tricks, so I get 1 point. And lastly, we score the scopas.
We tied? Son of a bitch, man. This is lasting forever. Jet.
Scopa.
Scopa.
Scopa!
Fuck. Oh my god.
Scopa!
Thanks, Jojo. I don't think I quite have the strategy down yet.
You took the last trick.
Yes.
So you get all the cards left on the table.
I didn't get the 7 of
No
coins
points
again,
for
though.
me.
No points?
I
lost.
get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. You have the most valuable tricks, so you get 1 point. And lastly, we score the scopas. You lose.
No!
How about another game?
All right.
Oh my god, that took forever. Of course, I just throw out a card you fucking have. Are you kidding? Fucking three. Yeah, I want coins. Did I make a misplay there? Oh, yeah, that's my bad. I'm not looking at the face cards too closely.
We've played all our cards. I took the last trick, so I get all the cards left on the table.
This guy talks so smugly, I want to punch my mom.
No points for me.
I get 1 point for having the most tricks. I get 1 point for having the most coin cards. I get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. I have the most valuable tricks,
Holy fuck,
so
you
I get 1
steamrolled
point.
me. Are you kidding?
Scopa! Scopa.
Scopa, you bitch.
I took the last trick, so
Oh my
I
God.
get all the cards remaining on the table. You get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. I get 1 point for having the most tricks. I get 1 point for having the most coin cards. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. I have the
You're
most
fucking
valuable tricks,
crushed.
so I get 1 point. And lastly, we score the Scopas.
Alyssa, play my hand for me. I can't even take anything here. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You cannot take several cards with a card in... Scopa!
Scopa!
Scopa.
Fuck you, game. Okay, I'm gonna wait for you to tell me what to do here. Does it take the 5?
I took the last trick, so I get all the cards remaining on the table.
Jesus fuck.
No points for me.
I get 1 point for having the most tricks. I get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. I have the most valuable tricks, so I get 1 point.
Sorry,
and
the rest of the
lastly,
night, everybody,
we
is me
score the
losing at
Scopas.
Scopa.
I win. How about another game?
All right.
Sorry, it stepped away for a second. You're going to pick up the 3? Then I assume I discard the 6. Is the 7 so valuable? So my guess is I do the 10. The 2. Okay. Fucker had a 7. Seven of coins. We want to keep this. Guess the 5. Fuck.
Scopa.
Fucking game is rigged. Look at all the coins on the board. I take the 1 first, I guess. And you need to elaborate. What do you mean wait for the 8? I have an 8. I'd be forced to take this 8. Yeah. So discard the 5 or take the 1? He took the... Ugh. There we go. We got 7 coins. I see how it goes. Ooh. So is this a discard instead of a play? I see. I'm starting to get the strategy a bit. Fuck! He's getting all the coins though.
We've played all our cards. You took the last trick, so you get all the cards left on the table. You get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. I get 1 point for having the most coin cards. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. I have the most valuable tricks,
asshole.
so
Enrico,
I get 1 point.
hate you so
And
much.
lastly, we score the scopas.
Starting to pick up what you're putting down.
Those don't add up.
They do in my head. Sorry, the delay is so long, Alyssa. I can't wait. Like, it's taken forever. Fucking ones. This
You
is points
took the
heavy
last
for
trick,
me, yeah,
so
baby.
you get all the cards left on the table. You get 1 point for having the most tricks. You get 1 point for having the most coin cards. You get 1 point for having the 7 of coins.
No points for you.
Now,
you,
let's
Enrico.
add up what each card is worth.
You got
And
wrecked.
see who got the highest number of primes. You have the most valuable tricks, so you get 1 point.
But nobody got a Scopa. Look at all the coins out there already. I ditch the 4 here, I guess? That doesn't leave me a lot of options. The 1 opens up like so many possibilities for him. The 2 kind of does too, and it's coins. The 4 kind of shuts down a lot of things, but you could still just have matches. I guess I put down the 1. And then maybe I can get like the 3 and the 1. Fuck. At least I was able to keep my 2 of shit. Oh my god, he's getting on. I like hate this so much.
You cannot discard that card because you can...
Scopa!
High roller. I could get the 4 and the 2 if I discard the 2. Or he can. Okay, give him a Scopa. He had a
You
7.
took the last trick.
I played that well.
So you get all the cards left on the table. You get 1 point for having the most tricks.
You get the 7 of
I
coins.
get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. You have the most valuable tricks, so you get 1 point. And lastly, we score the Scopas.
Alright, we got a bit of a lead. Ah, I got your 10, jerk.
Scopa!
Yeah! Scopa!
Scopa!
Fine. Scopa!
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 You took the last trick.
I
so
fucking
you get
wrecked
all the
you,
cards left
loser.
on the table. You get 1 point for having the most tricks. You get 1 point for having the most coin cards. I get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. I have the most valuable tricks, so I get 1 point.
Yeah, but add my
and
6
lastly,
Scopas.
we score the Scopas. You won. Nicely played. And because you
About
beat me,
fucking
we can
time.
finally talk business. I have a client who desires the Sad al-Melek sapphire. Have you heard of it?
I'm not in the mood for a quiz, Signore Tazza.
Forgive me. The Sad al-Melek is said to be the largest and most beautiful star sapphire in all of Europe. As you probably know, its current owner is a man named Vladimir Thanatos, who keeps it at the Palazzo Zateri, guarded by one of the most sophisticated security systems ever devised. Even someone with your youthful energy and talent will find stealing it a challenge. Which is why I suggest you contact Gina as soon as possible.
Gina? Who's Gina?
You Americans and your sense of humor. Gina who? You are a hoot, Samantha. But now, back to business. Contact Gina soon. The more time you give her, the more details on the system she will be able to give you. There, business is over. Back to pleasure. Do you have time for another game of Scopa?
No, I'd better get going.
Good luck, Samantha. As soon as you have the sapphire, bring it to me.
No way, Jojo. No fucking way. In fact, we're saving. I should call my handler.
Nancy, is everything all right?
Other than the fact that Enrico Tazza wants me to commit a felony for him, everything's fine.
He wants you to commit a crime?
He thinks I'm someone named Samantha Quick. Have you heard of her?
I'm not free to say.
Well, apparently she's a thief. A very good one. So good, he wants her, me, to steal the Sadal Malik sapphire for him.
That is wonderful, Nancy.
It is?
The Sadal Malik was stolen years ago, so whoever you will be stealing it from is not its rightful owner anyway. And once this investigation is over, we can recover the sapphire from Tazza. And if you steal it for him, he will truly think you are someone he can trust.
You'll help me, right?
Oh, no. You must do this on your own. If we make it easy for you, he might become suspicious, and everything would be ruined.
What if I get caught?
We will let you go, of course. But you will be dropped from the case and be forced to leave Italy immediately.
Great.
As for this Samantha Quick person, do not worry. We will take care that she does not show up unexpectedly. You can do this, Nancy. You will do this. I am confident.
I bet you I'm getting
Glad
played
somebody
by these
is.
people. 100% getting played by these people. Let's go sell our flowers.
Vuoi andare al cinema, Vania?
No, assolutamente no.
È un bel film.
Ma non lo so, non voglio.
Non hai tempo? Devi studiare?
No, devo studiare.
Ottimo, alla prossima, ciao.
Grazie.
How much did I get for that? 30?
Ma non lo so, non voglio.
Non hai tempo? Devi studiare?
No, devo studiare.
I wonder how quickly they grow. So he wants me to steal something from where? Palazzo Zatere. I need to contact Gina. There's Zatere. Who is Gina? How should I go about finding who Gina is? We haven't figured out who's left or anything yet. I guess go back here. We don't need to pay any of this yet.
Claudio, hai letto quell'articolo sul giornale riguardo questo fantasma nell'opera?
No, non leggo più i giornali. Non ho i soldi per leggere.
Hello, Nancy.
I've kept you long enough.
Cheerio.
Cheerio.
So, what's going on?
What made you decide to stay here this trip?
I met Margarita at a party last October, and when she heard I was going to need a place to stay when I made this trip, she practically begged me to stay here.
She begged you?
Did she ever? She's lonely and quite insecure. She wants to believe she has lots of friends in high places, but they're not her friends. Not really. And I think deep down she knows that, poor thing.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
1-1.
Wait, what?
Hello, Nancy.
I'll stop pestering you now.
Bella roba.
They grow like weeds. Infinite money. Who can I ask about Gina?
Nancy, what has happened?
I'm pretty sure Fongo sent his trained pigeon out with another message. Do you want me to track it?
No. Perhaps Tatsa sent the pigeon back to him saying he never got the first message, the one we intercepted. So perhaps Fongo is sending the first message again. If we intercept this one too, it could make them suspicious.
Okay by me. Just thought I'd let you know. Ciao.
Was the propane thing a 4-digit code or a 5-digit code?
Claudio, hai letto quell'articolo sul giornale riguardo questo fantasma nell'opera?
No,
non leggo più i giornali, non ho i soldi per leggere i giornali.
Mamma mia, cioè questa fantasma, lo chiamano la fantasma, potete credere?
Let's go to the dance place? We haven't got another dance place.
If you're here for the dance audition, take a look at the dance instruction book. When you think you're ready, put the cat suit on and get on stage. If you're good enough, you can keep the suit and come by anytime you want and dance some tips. Oh, and if you're not here for the audition, beat it.
Dance for tips. At Club Misio, the fans expect certain dance moves when certain sounds play. For your audition, please make sure you understand which cue goes with which dance move. If ever you're dancing to a cue and a new one plays even though the first one is also playing, switch to the dance for the newest cue. Here's a list of cues and their associated dance move. Tech will try and provide a colored light cue to help you out on the stage. Good luck. If you're given the part, you can keep the dance costume free of charge. Yellow or Fuzzy Bell is the monkey. Teal or Claps is the cheer. Orange or the ocarina is Sea Kid. Whistle or blue is the fence. Buzzer at green is the rope. Red, the siren is the bop. Purple is the, or laser is the twist. So there's like 7. We've gone through it once. I'm a master.
Okay, let's see what you got. Good. Okay. You're awful.
What?
You're awful. Wonderful.
What?
You go, girl. Oh, you need to tighten it up.
Where's the buzzer?
Oh, you need to tighten it up. Not bad. Wow! Good. Great job. Still some rough edges though, so take that costume home and practice. What's your name?
Nancy?
Nancy? Forget it. From now on, your name's, Punchy. Punchy LaRue.
But...
Next!
I can't dance without my costume.
I gotta wear it to come here now? That is, yeah, pretty much the weirdest thing in Nancy so far. Go get more money.
Olive, olive in vendita, freschissime, buonissime, verde nere, di tutti i tipi. Olive, olive.
Grazie.
30 bucks. Thank ya. So we need to know somebody named Gina. That's literally where we're stuck. Either that or we go to Zatere first. Maybe Gina's there? Maybe not. Who the frick is Gina? How do we know Gina? Let's go back here and talk to this dude. Maybe he knows who Gina is. Or maybe it will be like, I can't find Gina.
Sono? Boh, non lo so, ho dimenticato l'orologio. Vania, tu ce l'hai?
Sì, ce l'ho, sono le 10:30.
Benissimo, allora andiamo.
Please, come in. Enrico is at the scopa table.
Samantha, do you have the sapphire?
Can I ask you something?
You may ask me anything, but only while we're playing Scoppa.
Oh my god. Do we do it?
All right, let's play.
Excellent.
I hear there's an art thief by the name of Justin Beaumont, a.k.a. Colin Baxter, in Venice. Do you know him?
You are very well informed, Samantha. I know of him, of course, thanks to a friend at Scotland Yard. Baxter claims to be an ex-art thief, but in my experience, there is no such thing.
So, he's still practicing his craft?
Without a doubt. Not for me at the moment, but if and when the right project comes along, who knows?
Is there a reason why you always wear that particular costume for Carnivale?
This is the mask and costume of Arlecchino, one of the characters from a form of theater called Commedia dell'arte. I dress like him because it is difficult to explain. I'm afraid it's what you Americans call an inside joke.
That's all I wanted to ask.
Very well.
Shit, we still gotta play. I can take the 6 and the 3 with the 9. Or I can toss out the 1, hope I can use the 7. I guess I could go to what's his name's place and check, but I don't think so. Fuck! Now I fucked myself. Congrats, you played yourself. Fuck!
You have changed your mind about playing Scopa?
I really don't want to play cards right now.
Then our conversation is over.
I don't know how to find Gina. Don't tell me I gotta call, like... Oh, you know what? We're not gonna call Ned, but we're gonna call, that lady that made us stay here. So let's go look at that poster, like you suggested. Oh my god, having to pick this every time is like an insanely frustrating thing. It's different now? This used to move this one. We got Il Capitano, we got Scaramuccio, we got Il Dottore, we got Brigella, and we got Arlecchino. Is this the one he said he was? It doesn't look anything like the mask he's wearing. Did not take a photo. Oh shit! What the fuck was that? I didn't mean to leave.
Sapete, è arrivato un detective.
Un detective?
Da Houston.
Uno dell'FBI, eh?
Un texano che sa tutto di tutti e riesce a trovare tutto. Vedete che troverà il fantasma, sicuramente.
Sì, è uno della scientifica americana.
So, what's going on?
I'll leave you to your writing.
Come back anytime.
Hello, Nancy.
I should be running along.
Drop by again.
Tell me what to do. I can pick this lock? Yeah, the last one moves by itself. Interesting. Easter egg?
You look upset.
A big urn fell off the roof and almost hit me as I was coming in.
It fell from this roof? Ma va! The edge of the roof must have crumbled out from under it. Something else to repair. Bella fare! I am glad you are all right, of course.
Of course. I'll talk to you later.
Bella roba. Why are you touching my things? Please stop.
Give me all the flowers. What the heck am I supposed to do right now? That's Samantha quick thing. There's my Easter egg that I just got. My cat suit.
So, what's going on?
I'll leave you to your writing.
Tschüss!
Says I have to remember to call him Ned. How do I find out who Samantha Quick is? Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do.
Pesce fresco!
Hello, Margarita. What is it now?
Hello, Miss Rutherford. This is...
I know who this is. It says so right on my phone. But if you're calling because yet another thingamajiggy has supposed to woozy wats it there in the casa, you might as well hang up right now. The kindness coast is yours, and much as it torments me to see her maimed by all your penny-pinching posturing, I'll not give you one more cent for repairs, not a one!
But this isn't Margarita. It's Nancy Drew.
Nonsense! If you were Nancy Drew, my phone would say Nancy Drew, but it doesn't. It says Margarita Faubourg just as clear as day, and my phone is never, ever wrong about such things. It's a true miracle of modern science.
It says Margarita Faubourg because I'm calling from the Canas Costa. It's not really a miracle, Miss Rutherford. It's just caller ID.
Enough, Margarita! I insist you drop this silly ruse right now! And whatever have you done with that wonderful Italian accent of yours? I dare say it was your most charming feature. Now you sound like a common American teenager. Would you stop waving your arms like that? It's enormously distracting. I really must go. My assistant appears to be having some sort of conniption. Say again?
Jesus.
Really? Oh. Nancy?
Yes, Miss Rutherford, it's me, Nancy Drew. I just thought
I'm sorry, this is simply too disconcerting to have this caller ID screen on my phone say you're Margarita and to have you say you're Nancy. Is there nothing can be done? This is intolerable. Ah. My assistant covered the display with kerchief. A clean one, I hope. So, what, as your generation says, is up?
I went all through that to not even be able to talk to her about anything. Probably for the best.
That's it for now.
Arrivederci!
I apologize to everybody. I think we're gonna have to call Ned.
Hello?
Hi, Ned. Or should I say, buongiorno.
Hey, Nance. I was hoping you'd call.
Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Sort of. I mean, I'm in Bayport, staying at Frank and Joe's, just like you arranged.
You sound funny. What's wrong?
My research is going great. It's just that, well, in order to get over to the hospital library, I've been having to take the bus.
What happened to your car?
Joe happened to my car.
Oh, no. He's been tinkering with it?
If by tinkering you mean disassembling the engine and possibly the transmission and strewing the parts all over that closet in the basement he calls his workshop, yes, he's been tinkering with it.
Ned, I told you. I said whatever you do, don't let Joe do any tinkering.
I didn't know that's what you meant. He said he knew exactly how to fix that funny noise my car's been making, so I said great. I thought he knew what he was doing.
He does know what he's doing. It's just going to take him like half a century to do it. But hey, you're taking mass transit. That's good.
Yeah, I know. I'm fine. And I'm sure my car will be fine too. So how's it going there?
They almost broke up in the Iceland one.
The palazzo where I'm staying, the Canas Costa, has some beautiful artwork in it, some of which is being restored by this guy from England, who's kind of a head case.
A head case? How so?
He's your typical temperamental artist, very sensitive. You have to be real careful what you say and do around him or he'll go off on you. And he forces everyone who talks to him to watch the slideshow on mosaic tiles that is boring beyond belief.
And your point is?
Maybe he's deliberately making people avoid him because he's doing something he doesn't want anyone to know about.
Or maybe he's just clueless. Which reminds me. Hey, Joe? Frank called while you were out in the garage. Said to remind you to pick up the basketball tickets.
Oh, shoot. I almost forgot. Thanks.
Sorry, Nancy. Where were we?
I'm sharing a room with a woman from Germany who's a journalist,
clip
which makes me kind of nervous.
Why does that make you nervous?
Because journalists are kind of like detectives. They're observant, they ask questions, they snoop.
And you're afraid she'll find out you're working for the GDIF.
Exactly.
Man, as long as you stay on your toes, the last thing anyone's going to think you are is an undercover cop. Trust me.
Want to know what my assignment is?
You bet.
I'm supposed to do surveillance on a guy named Antonio Fongo.
Surveillance? Wow.
The police suspect he has something to do with the thefts being attributed to the Phantom. They page me every time they see him go into his office so I can watch him through binoculars from the roof of the place where I'm staying and report in if he does anything suspicious.
So has he done anything suspicious?
If you call receiving messages carried by pigeons suspicious, then yes, he sure has.
He's using pigeons to communicate with someone? In this day and age?
Well, if he is up to something and thinks the police may be tapping his phone, which they are, it actually kind of makes sense.
It just sounds so...
Messy?
That's the word.
Breaking news! It looks like one of the people with whom Antonio Fongo has been secretly communicating is someone here at the Ka. It may even be the person who's been orchestrating all the heists the Phantom has pulled.
You mean one of your Ka mates could be a major criminal?
Yes!
Well, you don't have to sound so happy about it.
I'm not happy. I'm just excited. You know, nervous.
Uh-huh. So what happens now?
The GDIF wanted me to plant bugs on everyone at the Ka. That way, if the police turn up something solid against one of them, they can activate their bug, track them down, and make an arrest.
I liked it a lot better when all you had to do was watch somebody through binoculars.
You know the saying, it takes a thief to catch a thief?
Yeah?
Well, in order to get in good with this guy named Enrico Tazza, who may be fencing stuff for the Phantom, I have to steal a very heavily guarded sapphire from someone's palazzo.
You have to steal something? The police are in on this, right?
No.
Don't you think you should tell them?
It wouldn't change anything. I'm still gonna do it.
Nancy, you are talking about committing a crime.
Ned, I know what I'm doing.
Just let the police know what you're doing. That's all I ask.
Hey, before I forget, thanks again for the locket. I haven't taken it off since you put it on me there at the airport.
Good. That was kind of the idea. I just wanted you to have a little reminder of home. Well, more specifically, of me.
I don't need any reminders, Ned, but thank you. It really is beautiful. Even the guy I sat next to on the plane over here who played solitaire the whole way liked it.
It passed the semi-neurotic but otherwise thoroughly impartial geek test? Yes!
I better get to work. Tell Joe I said hi, okay?
I'll let him know you called and tell him what you've been doing. Take care.
Bye.
Feels useless. That didn't help us at all.
Hello, Nancy.
I should be running along.
Cheerio.
So, what's going on?
I'll come back later, okay?
Tschüss!
Shut up, Dave. Alright. I'm going to leave for a couple minutes. Go bio. You guys let me know what you think we should do, and if there's no ideas, change to Warzone. Whose contact? I've called them twice now, though. Yeah.
Avete visto in televisione quello che è successo? A
Grazie.
no, cosa è successo? Un poliziotto l'ha visto e mentre lo stava così per catturare, il fantasma si è dileguato e è diventato acqua.
Si è sciolto.
Sciolto
Davvero?
come neve al sole.
E dove è andato?
E dove è andato?
Si è sciolto, non c'è più. Basta, meno male, ci siamo liberati lì.
Buy that stuff. Like, we don't read the dictionary. Pointed at things. We can go to the book we found before and head back in our room. Don't find any of this shit yet. I took photos, but it's just colors and like on top of and far away from. It's trying to find the picture right now. Not in the far away ones. And not in the colors or like walls and stuff. There is, the closest is either giallo, which is the color yellow, or gatto. Cat. Alyssa's still here? Does she remember what we're supposed to do? There are 3 books here. Do I want to spend $30? Basically one level of flowers to figure out what the hell these are?
Scusi, posso farle una domanda?
Sassy Detective.
Come mai tutte le gondole sono nere?
Per mettere in rilievo la pelle delicata e bianca delle veneziane.
Ah, io pensavo che fosse tutti a lusso, sia venuto.
No, assolutamente vogliamo mettere in rilievo.
Euro whelps. That's the thing that she works with. What's her face works for?
Presto, venite, pesce fresco.
German English dictionary. Oh, okay, that was probably important. Trial of Leo Macchiano. The prosecution spent the first 2 weeks of what will undoubtedly prove to be one of the most important trials of the 21st century, establishing the foundation for its case against Venetian crime boss Leo Macchiano. Finally, in week 3, it was time to call witnesses. One by one, Macchiano's alleged henchmen entered the box. Piece by piece, his empire fell apart, buckling under the weight of the testimony which his former minions, now witnesses for the state, unhappily surrendered. Luigi Lassino went first. He soon revealed that all the major players in Macchiano's organization had codenames based on the names of Roman emperors. Lassino's codename was Nero, Macchiano's codename was, not surprisingly, Hadrian, and one of the Roman Empire's most productive rulers. Had Hadrian run a corporation instead of a crime ring, Nero would have been his director of communications, man in charge of distributing information within that organization. At first, Lassino appeared to be an expert at discerning when the organization needed to know what and when they needed to know it. Oh my god, it's long. What does his testimony progress? Halted when Enrico Tazza, whose codename according to the prosecution was Otho, took the stand, rumored to be Macchiano's director of distribution. Deceived and ultimately disposed of cash and valuables, Macchiano ordered his team to steal. Otho was referred to hundreds of times during the trial, both directly during Lassino's testimony and indirectly when the computer technicians entered the contents of Bonetti's hard drives into evidence. Unlike previous witnesses, Tazza admitted nothing. He denied being Otho and said he'd never heard of Hadrian, but more important, the defense soon established that nothing Macchiano's gang had allegedly stolen was in Tazza's possession at the time of his arrest, nor was there any proof that he had ever handled any of the stolen merchandise which the police had managed to recover. This made it perfectly obvious to the defense that Tazza was either the victim of a badly bungled police investigation or he was being purposely and viciously framed. Perhaps even both. It was just as obvious that the defense that it could happen to a small-time card parlor owner like Tazza, it could certainly happen to a high-profile businessman like Leo Macchiano. Prosecution quickly and loudly refuted this, pummeling Tazza with the testimony of previous witnesses, all of whom had attested to Tazza's ties to Macchiano and his crime ring. Despite the onslaught, Tazza calmly and steadfastly maintained his innocence. By the time Tazza left the witness box, the wind had shifted. Macchiano's lawyers had managed to make the lack of evidence against Tazza seem like a lack of evidence against his alleged former boss. In its daily post-trial press conference, the prosecution did its best to ridicule this as a feeble, desperate defense ploy, yet weak as it was, the ploy worked. Macchiano's guilt was suddenly less than irrefutable. His conviction no longer seemed inevitable. A seed of doubt had been planted, one of which only Macchiano himself could nurture. He could only do that from the witness box. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that doesn't really do anything for us, but whatever. Okay, it's telling us to do the hairpin. Detector Nectar, the ultimate think drink. Snoop Duds. Good frickin' lord. Okay, this book just teaches you how to pick a lock. But we do have the German English translator, so we can go back to the hotel and do that. But I am probably going to stop here. Save it for next week. We'll save it such that German English... Oh, she's still there though. That's interesting. Get out of here.